Dear sister, my sister, you're my friend and I miss you. And you know that you do, babe, well's what I wish you. Cause you know what I'm about, and no doubt it amounts to something worthwhile. Cause you're there when it counts, and I'll always be here for you. My love for you is there and true. I'm someone to lean on or just sit down and talk to. Cause for what you have done for me, I owe you the world. In an ocean of darkness, I found such a pearl as could bring back a smile and show me the way to make life worthwhile and tomorrow a better day. You put something back in my life that was gone. You gave me a reason to keep on keeping on. So I thank you for all you have done, and I love you in this. You must know whatever end I may come to, you're one of the few true friends that I've got, and I got your back, whether you like it or not. I wanna thank you for what you've been to me. You don't know what it means to me. Through all you've done, you made me see a better reality. So thank you for being there and showing you care, no matter when or where. The times that we share are something special, and they mean a lot. You've always been willing to give it a shot. So I thank you for being my friend and always being on call. But most of all,
yeah, this is for my friends and my family, and all my fans who wouldn't never go abandon me or be stranding me, because we tougher than leather, and it only takes a call and it will bring us together. I wanna send you my love because I know that you care, and know you'll always be with me when I go anywhere, cause that's the way that it is, and that's the way that we do. You can rely on me, and I'll rely on you. You let me know what you need, and I will give it my best, cause when it's me and my team, I gotta get to the next level and fight through the obstacles, jump over hurdles. We all
Hi, it's Poppin' Topics 90s edition. Kenny Cooper, an SMC student and Vibe correspondent, joins us as a panelist tonight, alongside Professor Timothy Welbeck, African American Studies professor who teaches hip-hop classes here at Temple. So 90s fashion has been making a comeback. Everything from starter jackets to color blocking and denim are re-emerging both on the runway and on the streets. So old school styles are coming back. So what is it about 90s fashion that makes it so timeless? Kenny, we'll start with you.
Well, I think you have to kind of look at it in terms of nostalgia. Like, we're going through a period of time where people are looking back on things from the 90s and grabbing the things that they like, because that's what the era, that's who's growing up now. Like, the 90s kids are growing up, so now they're seeing like a lot of their old trends come back, and they're trying to reinvent them in a sense. So basically they're trying to take what was cool from the 90s, kind of add their own flair to it, and then they just bring it back, because that's just kind of like how things go. It goes through periods like fashion. Like in the 80s, they were bringing back 70s clothing. In the 90s, they were bringing back 80s clothing. In the early 2000s, 90s. So it just kind of repeats itself.
True, true, true. What do you think, Professor Welbeck?
Absolutely. Kenny's right. Fashion and music trends repeat themselves about every 20 years, reinvent themselves. And for that reason, you've got the nostalgia element. The trends have had a chance to kind of go away and come back. And people still have them in their mind in a nostalgic type of way. And then people began to put their own flair on the things that they grew up with. And so, and even like musically, like Cole in many ways, like looks at Nas and Kendrick and Anderson .Paak look at Outkast. And so like a lot of just that sound of the 90s is back. And then we also see like a lot of these color schemes, and like you mentioned in the intro, the patterns and all of that are coming back too.
True, true, true. So is this a good thing or is it a bad thing?
Well, I don't necessarily have to put it in a box saying good or bad, because I do think there's some good aspects of it. Like the 90s fashion was like really great, so I don't think like you can't really just say it was a bad thing or a good thing.
True.
But there is like a point where you just cross, and like you can't really cross it, because you kind of have to eventually progress forward. You can't just stay in the same era of time. Even though I do think the 90s was like the golden age of hip hop, the golden age of fashion. So to say that it's necessarily like a bad thing is incorrect too. So I kind of think they have to stay away from two polar opposites, good or bad.
Okay, true. So with that, let's go right into our second poppin' topic. So in addition to fashion, music also made a statement with artists like Biggie, Tupac, Wu-Tang Clan, Nas, and many more. So the 90s are famous for having some of the biggest stars in hip-hop history, and even bigger beefs. So when speaking about influence in hip-hop and modern-day hip-hop culture, a lot of names may come to mind. However, rap superstar Drake once said, "Trigger fingers turn to Twitter fingers," which perfectly sums up the change from 90s hip-hop to today's rap culture. So why do you think rap beef has gone from the streets to the subtweets?
Well, part of it is, like you mentioned, with Biggie and Pac dying, that signified that the beefs that people were having were inconsequential, but they were having big impacts. And so people were looking for ways to still communicate animosity towards each other, but still living to see that unfold. And then too, like a lot of people took notes from Jay-Z too. So I mean, Jay-Z obviously had his war of words with Nas, but everyone who takes shots at Jay doesn't hear from Jay. And Jay oftentimes too does a lot of subliminal disses too, and things like you have to prove you're worthy of his time. And so a lot of people have taken notes from that. Drake has done that, and now they're kind of having a war of words too. So I think it's a combination of those.
What do you think, Kenny?
I agree completely with what he said. And also, the world has gotten a lot smaller from then to now. And a lot of those beefs that were present in the 90s and early 2000s, those people like knew each other. They grew up with each other. They were like a part of the same like groups. For example, Nas and Jay-Z, they grew up in the same area, like around the same time. You know, Pac and Biggie was really personal. 50 Cent and Ja Rule was personal to an extent. So I just think that, like, for example, it just can't really happen that way anymore because the world has gotten a lot smaller and these people don't know each other per se, but they're still in the same circle.
Very true. So both panelists dropped some really dope knowledge. We'll see where this conversation goes. And again, you could share your take on Twitter using the hashtag 90sVibes at the Vibe to You TV. We've got one more conversation coming up. Now let's take a closer look at how 90s took the hip hop culture by storm.
Baggy jeans, bandanas, and snapbacks. These fashion trends point back to the golden age of hip hop. The 90s was a dynamic era bringing us artists like Whitney Houston and Lauryn Hill. Hill was quite the fashion and media icon herself, being featured on magazines like Time, Esquire, and Teen People. She's known for assimilating hip-hop into the mainstream for her 1998 solo album, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. NWA made their way to the scene bringing a new form of music, gangsta rap. This raw genre highlighted life on the streets for artists and created an opportunity for women to make a name for themselves in hip-hop. Women were taking a stand against the misogyny that was growing in rap music. Queen Latifah was an artist before becoming an actress. Her debut album, All Hail the Queen, features one of her most popular feminist anthems, Ladies First. Her success, along with popular artists like Eve and TLC, showed women were more than just video girls. The names Tupac Shakur and Notorious B.I.G. should sound familiar. The two faced a rivalry that pinned the West Coast against the East. But despite their demise, the two left a legacy for hip-hop and are talked about frequently in music. Their deaths hit home in the hip-hop community for many at the time. Tupac was a rap icon whose honest and relatable lyrics stood out to many, then and now. Biggie served as inspiration for Puff Daddy and Jay-Z, helping shape hip-hop into the global force it is today. The Golden Age also brought hip-hop comedy to television. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air brought a different perspective of black culture, and one of the most prominent series, Def Comedy Jam. Produced by Russell Simmons, this program helped launch the comedy career of iconic names like Chris Tucker and Dave Chappelle. While attending college, Simmons and his peer, Rick Rubin, created hip-hop's most formative record label, Def Jam Records. This brought us Run DMC, who was the first group to successfully cross over into the mainstream music scene, mixing genres of rap and rock music. The 90s was a dynamic era for hip-hop, bringing us artists who had a great impact on its current success. The culture was brought to the big screen and continues to grow in talent and diversity each year.
All right, welcome back to Poppin' Topics. So since the 90s, we've fallen in love with shows like Martin, Family Matters, and Fresh Prince. More recently, Blackish, Empire, and Power have stolen our hearts. These shows have been influential representations of the black community, so how has the representation of black culture on television evolved over the years? Kenny, we'll start with you.
Well, I think that initially when it started out, I do think that there were a lot more TV shows in the 90s. And not that that has like necessarily changed. I do think there's a lot less, but TV kind of goes through cycles like hip hop, like fashion, and I do think that like right after the 90s, it was like a really steep decline in the amount of black TV shows or TV shows featuring people of color, where I think we're entering that age again where you're starting to see all those types of shows come back. So I do think it's very, very welcoming to a sense.
Okay, cool. What do you think?
I agree. At first, the fight was just to get on TV, and then when we were on TV, it was to not fulfill stereotypes like Amos and Andy did. And so what we saw with the Cosby Show is it presented us as people to America in a way that people could relate, and then opened the floodgates for other shows. We get to spin off Different World, and even things like Martin later on was like the antithesis of the Cosby. So it was still influenced by it, and we're starting to see again like a renaissance of that, like Insecure, Atlanta, and Blackish, and Queen Sugar. We're seeing a lot of different representations of blackness on television now, and I think part of that is a legacy of what came before it.
Right. So what are some examples of shows that you guys would consider positive representations of this legacy, just off the top of your head that
like
you watched?
Said, the Cosby Show is definitely probably up there near the top. The Fresh Prince and shows like that, and definitely newer shows like Blackish too.
Okay, dope. All right, so the 90s was indeed poppin', but that puts an end to our topics for tonight. As always, keep the discussion going on Twitter. Tweet us at the Vibe TV using the hashtag 90sVibe. Next up is the rap battle, so stay tuned for Organization Spotlight.
Hey guys, it's Heidi Weaver, and today we are highlighting an org that embodies rhythm in hip-hop, Ladies of Elegance, Temple's only non-Greek step team. Let's go take a look. What does it mean to you to truly be a lady of elegance?
To truly be a lady of elegance is just to have a sisterhood, just like a force behind you.
LOE is a team, so it's a family, I should say. So, I mean, being a part of the team makes me feel like I have a place on campus.
How do you guys promote self-confidence, fitness, and health?
Well, we think it's really important that, like, ladies, we boost each other up. So, we exercise together. We go to the gym together outside of practice. Stepping is a lot of hard work and dedication, so we motivate each other.
Being on stage helps you build up your self-confidence, so maybe you might join the team and you're not confident at first, because I know I definitely wasn't. But once you get used to being on stage, performing with your team, it helps build your confidence a lot.
How can someone become a part of the LOE family?
Just come and try out. We're always recruiting. Sometimes we do have people that speak to us after our recruiting season is over. So we just ask them to keep in touch with us and come to our events.
It's safe to say that the Ladies of Elegance are truly a force to be reckoned with, and they are taking over Temple one step at a time. Until next time, I'm Heidi Weaver, and I'm giving you the vibe at Temple.
It's time for our 90s edition of the rap battle. We have two rappers with us here today. Our reigning champion, Imperial, is back again to defend his title against... He is here to defend his title against our new opponent, the Black Poet. All right, each rapper has 30 seconds to give their best 90s themed freestyle. We've got 3 expert judges here to help us choose a winner. Now let's get started, boys. Started first, Imperial.
Yo. Imperial on the mic, you ain't stopping me. I'm about to give them all bags like a shopping spree. You will get chopped in 3, so come rock with me. And I'ma pop the heat, I turn you obsolete. Man, you a geek, and man, I'm coming right for your chest. So I'm glad that you wearing a bulletproof vest. Can't contest, I'm the best, I'm a beast on the mic. I do it right every time. Prime design in my mind, every rhyme so poet. And I'm flowing, and you know it, and I'm villainous, killing it.
All right. All right, Black Poet, when you're ready, come back with it, all right?
It's the one and only
And yes, I'm rapping the 9-6 who flow like this. The flow sick as syphilis, ridiculous. Now get with this. The ill one, yes, I kill sons for fun. Yo, I'm the one like Neo. My flow lethal, got no equal. You that sequel. Me, I'm original with the style. My profile is ill. Make your chick smile easily. Now get with me. The one and only remedy for hip hop. Now stop thinking that you better. I'm a king corrector. Trying to put holes in this sweater. You must be tripping off the hotness. In my Z, I drop this like a drop kick. Shawn Michaels, so vital. My rival cannot see me. You're so easy. You're so Stevie. Now please bow down on your knees. I'm the one and only. Leave you lonely. I'm the big homie. You know me.
All right, there you have it. That was round one. Now let's introduce our panel of judges. We've got Tim Montgomery, project manager at Rec Philly. We also have returning judge, the nation's hip hop principal, Dr. Blizzy. And we have music producer, Weedy Beats. All right, now Tim, start with you.
For the first round, I'm gonna have to go with Black Poet. I really like his flows. His metaphors are on point, and I really like the confidence he displayed dropping his bars.
All right, cool. Dr. Blizzy?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with that. I like the fact that after the shot was taken at you, you didn't fold. You came right back. You came strong, and you responded to the off of the top when you talked about the jacket. You flipped it and came back at him with it. So I kind of like that.
All right, and Weedy Beats, finish us off.
Being as I heard them in the room going at each other, I'm gonna have to go with Imperial because you could have kept going, but you stopped. Y'all both had good lyrics, both flow. So I like both of y'all. So it would have been hard for me to choose if he didn't stop. So I'm gonna go with you. And also when you said something about the jacket you flipped that was awesome too. So I'm gonna go with Imperial for the first round.
Yeah. All right, all right. All right. Now we're going to jump in it to round two. Imperial, you want to start round two, or do you want to give it to the Black Poet? All right, we'll give it to the Black Poet then. Black Poet.
One, two, what to do? 3, 4, here I go with the flow. I'm the illest, you know the realest. I chill with the main one. It's Shane, I'm the one. You know you can't see me adore. You know that I ball like Kobe and Shaq. Never coming whack. When I rap, running laps like Usain and Shane. And I remain on top of the game. Like the CEO, you bow down when you see me flow. Nah, you know. You're not ready, I'm too heavy like D. I rep the D, by the way, watch what you say when you're coming with the 1-2 checkup. Bruising everything from your neck up.
All right, Imperial, when you're ready, hit him back with it.
All right, look. All right, look, okay. Yo, you from Detroit? Well, that's okay. Since you from the glove, I kill you just like OJ. In that white Bronco with that flow that you don't know. Put you in a box like a hobo, then say, oh no. Sorry to your moms, I drop it like an atom bomb. Like kamikaze, drop it like Nagasaki in Japan. I'm the man, yo. I had to censor myself for my health. Trying to stack this wealth, trying to stack this cheddar. Trying to be better for my mom and provide. Trying to glide through school, man, get all A's. I don't play, you got A's.
Woo. Woo! All right. All right. Now, let's throw it back to our judges. This time, we're starting out Weedy Beats.
It's kind of easier for me this time. I'm gonna go with, last time I messed the names up. I meant to go with Black Poet, but I said Imperial. So I'm gonna go with Black Poet this time also because both of y'all still had the 90s flow, so that's what I like, y'all going with the topic. But y'all both got the lyrics, but it seemed like you was starting strong and then you fell off a little bit, and then you was off beat a little bit, you know, so he went through all the way on beat, so, you know, I gotta go with Black Poet.
Okay, all right. Dr. Blizzy, your opinion on this round?
I'm going to go with Imperial on this one. I like the fact that he, again, quick on his feet, responded to him being from the D, hit him right back. Yeah, I agree. It was a little bit offbeat in the beginning, but I like to see when somebody responds to an initial attack, and I like the way that he responded.
Okay.
Did a good job on that. You did.
All right, Tim.
I'm gonna have to go with Imperial for this round. It seems like he was like genuinely freestyling off the top of the head. You know, it may sound a little bit offbeat, but it's all spur of the moment. The fact that he knew he's from Detroit. I don't know how true that is or not, but it sounded, the fact that you flip that and use it, you can genuinely tell you're freestyling in the moment, so I'm gonna have to go with you.
All right, okay. The final round is coming up where our audience will choose the winner, so don't go anywhere. Now join our correspondent, Kenny Cooper, who went in the studio with rapper and producer, Hezekiah.
We're here in the studio with rapper, songwriter, and producer Hezekiah. How are you doing today?
Good. How you feeling, Ken?
Good. Can you tell our audience a little bit about yourself?
Let's see. I'm a producer, rapper, singer-songwriter from Philadelphia by way of Delaware. Hip-hop was something I learned as a child, as a kid. I grew up on, and I was passionate about it. And I believe passion is like your beacon to your career. Before I moved to Philly, I was already cool with Questlove and certain members of the Roots, and they were already like popping at the time I moved to Philly. But then like the local scene cats treated me like I was jumping line. They didn't know me, but the Roots and them did. So it was kind of rough.
What is it about the 90s that makes people want to go back to it?
You guys were born in the 90s, so you didn't get to experience the 90s. You know what I'm saying? But I think you guys were raised on that energy. Like, I think that's it. You didn't get to experience it, but it's embedded in you.
How did you get to work with some of the acts that you've worked with?
Giving. The number one advice I can give to any up-and-coming artist: give before you get. Oh yeah, another project that I have is Johnny Popcorn, where I'm like one of the lead singers. It's me and this chick named Johnny Coral, and we have an album called Totem Pole out right now.
We had a great time in the studio today with Hezekiah, talking about his latest album and his career ventures. Be sure to check out Johnny Popcorn's latest album, Totem Pole, everywhere digital. This has been Kenny Cooper giving you the vibe at Temple.
And welcome back. It's the final round of the rap battle. We've got Imperial, we've got Black Poet, but up first, Black Poet. You think you got this? Sure. All right, whenever you're ready, my man. Whenever you are ready.
So I guess you don't think I'm freestyling. Now I test the track, I'm about to really get so wildin'. You right there with the blue hair, kinda fine. Can I remind myself, my girl there? Let me chill, the flow is ill. Yes, you know I'm real, know you feel me. Like the Pepsi, I pop off, better stop popping off. Before I get you lost, pockets fat as Ricky Ross. You know that I'm the boss. Now I'm on aim at juicy, now I gotta get this judge. Cause right now he said my lyrics do not make him budge. So now I'm going ham on you and your fam, because you really tripping, cause you know I go off, you lost up in the mind, cause I'm the best of all time, G.O.D. of the rhyme, top spot where I climb, yes you know I'm a crime, I got the bars, I'm a criminal, I don't diss subliminal, illest individual.
All right, Imperial, you gotta follow up. You gotta follow up. You ready? You got this.
Right.
You got this.
Yo, you coming through attacking the panel, but I'm coming through straight attacking your flannel. I mean, yo, let's stop, knock the fables off. Is that a shirt on my grandma's tablecloth? I mean, yo, I'll give you the Batman, no Bruce Wayne, snatch you like a loose chain. Man, I'm out of my brain, out of the sane, out of my lane. I'm swerving insane. I'm hitting the speed limit when I rip it. I'm so consistent, limited edition, like some new kicks. I'm so sick, illiterate. File kicks like Liu Kang. Leave with your boo thing. Snatch her like a ooh.
Okay. All right, solid. Like it. All right. Let's throw it to the judges for one last final opinion. Starting off, Dr. Blizzy, you want to get us started?
Let me just say this. First of all, the flannel, that was good. But, I mean, the way in which you addressed everybody, you know, you even tried to throw G at the blue hair, came at the judges. I was like, who's he talking to? You talking to me? I'm about to grab the mic. But no, you did a great job, so I'm going to have to go on this end as it relates to that. That's
okay. All right. Tim?
I don't like you, dog.
Came at your neck a little bit.
Yeah, just because I respect like braggadocious and confidence. And it was all in the moment, so I gotta go with you, bro.
All right. And Weedy Beats, your final thoughts?
Ah, man. That was both great on both sides, man, but the way you pointed him out. I thought you was gonna come down the whole line. I was like, but you did awesome on that, but I don't want to take any credit away from you because you also did awesome too. It's just like you start off strong and then like towards the end, like I guess the freestyle wasn't on point at the end, but so I'm gonna go with a Black Poet. All right, I don't want to.
Thanks for having my back though, bro.
All right, so now it is time to throw it to the audience to determine the true winner here. First off, let me hear it for Imperial. All right, okay. Now, Black Poet. I think we have a clear winner here. I want to say congrats to my man Black Poet, the winner of the last battle. All right. Now, gentlemen, before we leave, Black Poet starting off, where can we check out your music and whatnot? Your social media, anything?
You can catch me on Instagram at black.poet. That's BLACK_POET.
All right, and Imperial?
Or you can catch me on Twitter, Imperial Bars, YouTube, Imperial Verses. Find all my battles. Check me out. SoundCloud, The Wave. Come rock with us, man.
All right, both rappers did fantastic. But up next, we have our Poetry Spotlight, and you don't want to miss it.
Babel Poetry Collective presents another artist who's performing for us in studio tonight. A junior who is double majoring in neuroscience and psychology, she volunteers for Jumpstart and is vice president of the Temple chapter of Dare to Dream, a nonprofit organization. Introducing Danielle Hardy.
Speak only when you are spoken to. Hold your tongue in obedience. Bite your tongue till numb, till blood shed, till thoughts mute, till pride fall. Your words are not welcomed here. By the time I could stand the sound of my own voice, all I could muster were apologies. Retracted every slip of tongue with a quick, I'm sorry. Apologized when my voice was too loud, when my words were too Webster, when my black was too potent. The words fell out my mouth before anyone could reply. Before opinions could rise like smoke signals, I'm sorry, my voice comes out a little deeper than most. The phrase followed me through my adolescent years. But when they told me that black girl hair could only grow up to right here, when they said that my crush was cute for a black boy, sorry began to ring irrelevant in my ears. And my silence began to seem like a sin, a surrender. A white flag raised superior in the absence of my every word. My silence was a submission of tongue, sacrificing my intelligence to cater to everyone else's feelings. Tiptoeing around ignorance to keep the tensions low, keep the world turning, keep my roots trampled on, keep black girl absent. My skin, the color of ink scribing history, they try to erase me for being this shade of royalty. This golden hue of your highness, braided crown stunting with silver tongue. The thing is, you can't render black girls speechless. You can't mute the way my syllables sing, the resounding tone in my full lips, the loud stance of my hair, the chime of little black girl beads. My skin already speaks 1,000 words, but I will open my mouth to speak 1,000,000 more until it is understood that my blackness is not a submissive stillness to stroke uncultured egos. is not a complacent confirmation to avoid subtle insults. It's not a subservient hush. My tone will remain unfiltered in the presence of inequality, and I will continue to speak myself into existence.
Born and raised in Philly, today's musical guest is proof that raw talent emerges from this city. She's an alum of the Creative and Performing Arts School, Kappa, that was also home to Philly music legends such as The Roots, Boyz II Men, and Jasmine Sullivan. She is set to perform at the Firefly Music Festival this summer and is here to perform a song off her most recent album, Coming Home With Me. Introducing Joey Kathos.
My name is Joey Kathos. I'm from West Philadelphia. I got my start in music and entertainment through dance. I've opened up for quite a few artists, and Philly artists, particularly I love Philly artists because us being here in the city, like I'm inspired the most by Philly artists. But yeah, I've opened up for P&B Rock, DJ Jazzy Jeff. It was a huge, huge festival. And there's a lot of really good artists that's going to be on it this year. I know Wale, Tory Lanez, The Weeknd, and they had like a contest online. I don't know if I actually won the contest or if people just like asked me to perform, but I saw people tagging me in the Firefly, hey, we need artists to perform. And then I got an email saying that, you know, I was confirmed to book it, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. It's probably the biggest festival that I'll be doing this year. To be able to say that I'm now, like, you know, at 25, able to do what I love to do for a living and not feel like, you know, weird about it because it's not standard or something that people would normally go to. I think that's definitely an accomplishment that I could be proud of.
What's going on out there, y'all? My name is Joey Kathos, and I came to vibe with y'all on the vibe. Is that okay? Is that okay? Let me hear you say yeah. All right, we're going to get into it. Y'all ready? We're going to hit them right there. Ooh, you was looking good when you came through the door. Ooh, name a time and place, baby, maybe we can roll. I seen that pretty thing out on the floor, giving me the eye like you wanted me to know. You was down to ride if I met you at the dope show. Maybe we could leave, I can turn this to a show. I like the way your body look in them designer pants. You make me wanna double tap it like it's Instagram. Girl, I know you been a fan. Wait, hold on, I got a plan. I'll go get the keys and we could leave. Come home with me, cause I know. You know I want you, cause I don't gotta deny it. Got these bands all up in my pocket. I'm just waiting for you to drop it. And we at the club, I'm acting up, cause you get it down and you bet it's what when you back it up. Girl, I act the fool, and when you leave, I'm coming too. I like the way your body look in them designer pants. And you make me wanna double tap it like it's Instagram. Girl, I know you been a fan, but wait, hold on, I got a plan. I'll go get those keys, we could leave. Come home with me, cause I know. But what's your name, girl? And where you get that little frame, girl? That thing looks serious. Have you ever been a little bit curious? Well, they call me Kathos cause I keeps it real. I'm looking for good vibes, I'm trying to chill. We can take things slow, I got time for real. I just like the way you move in them jeans and heels, and the way you break it down when the bass drop low. The whole team going, oh no. Look at Joe, about to slide in the DMs. You can come through late night on the weekends, I don't care who you seeing. I ain't him, he ain't me. Whole team too cozy, roll degrees. So if you ready to go, I'm about to leave. Put that drink down now and come with me.
You don't wanna dance, it's okay, I got a pocket full of bands, just in case.
Ain't no pressure, I'm just saying. If you ready to leave, say the word, I got the keys. You coming home with me, clap with us, y'all. You know I want you. 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 Thank you so much. My name is Joey Catos. Thank you guys for having me. The vibes are great here at The Vibe.
I just want to give a special thanks to our performers, our guests, and the casting crew for a great throwback-inspired episode. Thanks as always for vibing with us, and we'll see you next time. Woo!